1, 2. Boogaloo.
Jerome! Jerome!
Are you good? Oh, really? Maybe they use. Maybe Greg. He might have his in his bag. We'll try and put up with those for a minute. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. What did I have for breakfast? I had some mushrooms and I had an egg with it. It was delicious. And a roll that I bought from the co-op this morning. I went up quite. Was that enough? Okay, I'm Zakir now. I'm running 10 or 15 minutes late. I've been at a meeting. I think I've been on the South Bank. I'm not quite sure. She's not probably not as bassy as me, but she's quite bassy. Is that enough talking? Do you want a bit more? What would you like to know? I can't tell. Oh, I saw Zakir on Tuesday at City Hall. Your way. Well, not quite. North of the river, but stone's throw if you could throw it over the river. 1, 2. Hello? Is that squeaking? Didn't sound great. This mic will be used by Matt and Jim from Sancho Panza, a legendary sound system from Carnival, who are having a boat party tomorrow. How lovely. They've also got Camp Sancho around my birthday on the 26th of July.
Brilliant. Oh, superb. Absolutely superb. And we've got Zakia in today as well. How did it go last week? All right. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
It was all that advice you gave me.
Oh, oh, brilliant. All right, let's get that.
Greg's going to play a few tunes as well.
I will.
Because he's been bitching so much about it over the last few weeks. You can definitely do a house section. Don't know.
All you got to say is it's alright. I feel it.
Jerome, put on that Bobby Womack.
Nah, girl, I want to go way back. Oh, yeah, check this out.
And footsie socks and eating pickles with Tootsie Pops, and it don't stop. I'm glad, cause when JJ fell. I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back when. What? Back in the days, when? Back in the days. And everybody say, I remember way back when. And everybody say, I remember way back.
1, 2, I can talk in the mic just like this. Now then, now then.
Radio. Portobello Radio. Ladbroke Road's finest.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Portobello Radio, as the man just said.
Yeah, man. Live and direct from the Muse Gallery, 269 Portobello Road.
Yeah, right here, looking out at the market. What a lovely day it's been. We've had a lovely week, actually. Hail. Don't you love hail, Gregsy?
I do. Both yesterday and today we got a bit of hail up here in London.
Yeah.
But it's kind of nice. The rain's been void over the last month, and the plants have been weeping, blah, blah, blah. So, no, we're loving a bit of rain. We're loving a bit of hail. We're loving a bit of April weather.
We just love weather, mate.
Yeah, innit?
My name is Piers Thompson.
My name's Greg Weir.
We have Iona on the decks.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Zakira's on her way. I was
Yeah, man.
with her at City Hall
Ooh.
only this week.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You'll have to tell us what you were doing there. What excitements have we got in our lineup today?
In this show, well, we're hoping Michaelis, who's one of the artists, as part of Vanished Memories, the show that is finishing this week.
So much feedback on
Lovely,
this one, man.
lovely show. Beautiful picture to be sitting in
Fantastic.
front of.
Absolutely fantastic. All oil on canvas. It's just delish.
At 4:30, we've got Sancho Panza coming
No
in.
way.
Yeah. They've come to talk. They come every year, actually.
do?
But they've come to talk about Campo Sancho and also their boat trip tomorrow.
Ah, nice one. So that's
There
Matt
were
and
a
Jim.
few tickets left this morning. They may not be. We'll ask the lads
Yeah,
when they
absolutely.
show up.
When Matt and Jim turn up in a wee while, we will let them know. We'll ask them. Lovely. Mr. Weller's outside, getting ready for the Artists for Gaza gig on Sunday. It's all very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good indeed.
Big shout out
Lovely.
to Paul.
Absolutely lovely.
Oh,
Wicked.
yeah. We have other guests coming in later, but I didn't get the calendar up, so we'll have to just worry about the first. Oh, Michaelis? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, the first guest is here.
So
we
yeah,
get
guests
on with
rolling
the
in.
show.
It's going to be a fun show,
You
this
and
one.
I can stop waffling.
You know that.
Jerome, put on that Bobby Womack.
Nah, girl, I want to go way back. Oh, yeah, check this out.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days
When I was just a little nigga, I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. Y'all remember way back then, when it was 1985, all the way live. I think I was about 10. One of those happy little niggas singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shit. Saying, yo mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and wanna scrap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger hoes by the bungalows. Then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Threw on a bomber jacket, you could tell the ballers cause they fell wearing gazelles. If they really had money raised, we sport knee K's. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings to it, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised. Back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid.
And everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid
And
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days
I
sit and
remember way
wish I
back
was a
when.
kid.
And everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid anymore.
What?
Back
But
in the
some
days
days I sit
when?
and
Back
wish
in
I
the
was a
days.
kid.
I'm still back in the days, but now the year is 87, 88. That's when my crew and I were in junior high in 7th grade. I hated school.
Wish it had grown up
No doubt I couldn't wait to get out.
and be a grown up.
But let me finish this, reminiscing and telling about when girls were spelling tight corduroys like for the boys, basket weaves, Nike Cortez and footsie socks, and eating pickles with Tootsie Pops, and it don't stop. I'm glad, cause when JJ Fad did Supersonic, it was kinda like a sport to wear biker shorts or to wear jeans, and it seemed like the masses of hoochies had poison airbrushed on their asses. Dudes had on Nike suits, and the Pumas with the fat laces, cause it was either that or K-Swiss. I miss those days, and so I pout like a grown jerk, wishing all I had to do now was finish homework. It's true, you don't realize really what you got till it's gone, and I'm not gonna sing another sad song, but sometimes I do sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
And everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid
And
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days
I
I sit
remember
and
way
wish I
back
was a
when.
kid
And
again.
everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid anymore.
What?
Back
But
in the
some
days.
days I sit
When?
and
Back
wish
in
I
the
was a
days.
kid.
and everybody say,
I remember way back when.
and everybody say,
I remember way back when.
and everybody say,
I remember way back when.
what?
Back in the days.
When?
Back in the day.
Well, it's the niggero. I figured that now I'm all grown up. Because I'm 18 years old and guess you could say I'm holding down a steady job and crew steady mob and you steady bob in your head and I paid, so I got it made. But didn't always have clout. Used to live in South Central LA. That's where I stayed and figured a way out. I gave it all I had, so for what it's worth, I went from rags to riches, which is a drag. But now I'm first. So
Hard in the nose, this is on our way up.
yeah, we said that we was gonna make it since a kid, and we finally did. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid.
And everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I was
remember way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid
And
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days
I
I sit
remember
and
way
wish I
back
was a
when.
kid.
and everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid anymore.
What?
Back
But
in the
some
days
days I sit
when.
and
Back
wish I
in the
was a
days.
kid.
and everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid
And
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days
I
I sit
remember
and
way
wish I
back
was a
when.
kid.
and everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid anymore.
What?
Back
But
in the
some
days.
days I
When?
sit and
Back
wish
in
I
the
was a
days.
kid.
and everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid
and
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days
I
I sit
remember
and
way
wish I
back
was a
when.
kid.
and everybody
Back in the
say,
days
I
when I
remember
was
way
young, I'm
back
not a
when.
kid anymore.
What?
Back
But
in the
some
days.
days I sit
Yeah, that is Ahmad with Back in the Day. I know people say we go on about Back in the Day too much, but
That's a summer vibe, man. I like that. I
Yeah.
do like that. It's
it's a
excellent.
fantastic summer vibe.
Yeah.
We've been sitting here in the summer vibe at the Muse 269 of Muse. Yeah, it's on Portobello Road. The show at the moment is called Vanished Memories, and we're delighted to have one of the artists.
No way, is that who you are?
right here in the studio,
Brilliant.
Michaelis Karaeskos. Yes. Oh wow! Sorry, you have to speak in a.
Yeah, thank you for the invite so much.
No.
It's glad,
Well,
glad to be here.
We love being at the Muse. We love being surrounded by art. We love the way it takes great. It's great for Instagram. Pictures look great with all the pictures in the background. But you are a London-based painter.
Yeah.
You've got pictures here, part of an exhibition, Vanished Memories. You've got to get here this weekend. It ends on Sunday. Tell us about yourself.
So yeah, I found myself in London when I came here for taking the MFA course at Goldsmiths University, and I've been living in London since 2022. And then after graduating, I've tried to to find my own way to navigate the art scene. It's beautiful here because many opportunities are being given to the artists, and one of those was I was lucky to get with the Muse Gallery and invited to participate in this show with two other fantastic artists, Naira and Christos.
You're not a Muse resident, are you? Were you?
So I was like, the gallery offered me this show because what Gosia told me is like that my career, because it started before that, during my period I was living in Athens.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like a major solo show, etc., etc. So I was not like in that early stage that the residency was be given to the artist. So I've been offered an exhibition, which is a lovely opportunity. So
No, beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful. Tell us about your work. How would you describe it, and what makes you paint it?
Yeah, my work actually has been transformed through the course at Goldsmiths MFA, and I kind of found myself returning to figuration because I was quite working in a more abstract kind of images, was working more with abstraction, and then coming to London I found that I have a strong fixation with figuration, and I try to support that here. But through the program, I try to find something that is inherently mine, that comes from, from my life and my experiences, etc. So I find myself working in a very kind of different ways that I was imagining that I will do. So, for example, just to give a more kind of graspable example, I like to sort of using my camera to take pictures, but not just copying the reality, but kind of staging the reality. So having an interior in my room and inviting performers, like friends that gonna take a role in the scenery, and then working with light and with collaborators to stage a scene, take a photograph, and this photograph is going to be a reference image to develop a painting. So I don't answer yet to your question why I'm painting, but I find painting that has a slowness, has like reorganization of the source image, and all that makes me like very kind of like keen following this procedure.
Got you. Wow.
What about London made you turn to the figurative? Are we all really interesting here, or what was it?
I mean, I think every artist what tries to do is like be meaningful to them, and so I would like to return to kind of like finding an object, finding a narrative in my paintings rather than working with total abstraction. It's not that I'm rejecting abstraction, but it's like going again, like engaging with the object, whatever that is. So I don't have a clear answer about why returning to figurative. I think that's a more universal demand from myself rather than relating to London.
And so how is it? I mean, you mentioned the fact you recently out of Goldsmith, that
Yes.
you are in that kind of catalyst stage.
Yes,
of,
absolutely.
Of from being a student to being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
We know the Muse is a fantastic place for that particular leap in life.
Mm-hmm.
How are you getting on? I mean, are you selling paintings? Are you making a living? Is it going well?
To be honest, it's quite hard. It's quite hard to find like the audience of your paintings and how to promote the work. I'm very happy that Muse has like a fantastic audience as a gallery and gives the galleries who are participating with Muse like visibility, etc. With the sellings, I'm still working on it. To be honest, it's not like coming like out of the blue. So. But I'm happy to being exposed to collectors and to be reached out by collectors. But it's like I still need to have a part-time job to sustain my practice. That's the truth at the current moment.
Yeah, no, it's real life, boys and girls. It's real life.
Yes.
So before you go, and we need obviously to know how to follow you on social media. But Vanished Memories is the name of this show.
Mm-hmm.
What are the vanished memories that you have contributed?
So I think I've been always interested in the concept of memory because it's kind of like denotes like kind of like suspension and instability between the current moment and the memory, and how this memory survives or fragments of it survive. So I think that what is being shared along those 4 paintings that I'm exhibiting here is like these fragments of memory that, independent of our will, what we manage to keep in our memories like fragments of our past, and like not the whole narrative many times, which is sometimes just disappearing. So these fragments and the emotional residue that they hold is what specific for me makes the work has some tension and being like powerful in a way.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's very evocative, and it's almost like a collage of metaphysical, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, I think some aspects of it, especially the work of the artist imagining his own death, has this aspect. I would say. Yeah. I would say so. I kind of like mixing reality with the metaphysical in a way. So
beautiful. Beautiful.
Sometimes even bureaucracy with the metaphysical, which is like two opposite situations. But as human beings, we have emotions, and I think we should be aware of them and like look how they arise and what and what they do.
And basically, your artwork is emotive towards those emotions.
Exactly.
It reminds us of those emotions.
Exactly.
It draws us in because of our relationship with the emotion, etc., etc.
Yeah, and I think specifically the memories carry lots of emotion.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow, love it. Brilliant.
It sounds like my therapy sessions.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Michalis, thank you so much for coming in.
What's
Thank
your-
you for your show.
What's
Thank you
your
very
handles? How do we find you on internet? How do we see more of this delicious stuff? But it's your computer.
Yeah, it just, it's at Michalis, like /
Underscore, yeah.
Karaiskos. You can find me on Instagram and on my website, michaliskaraiskos.com.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Amazing, man.
They can
you very
find you on the Muse website currently,
For
and
sure.
the Muse website full of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanished Memories is on here at the Muse until Sunday 6 p.m.
Sunday the
Get on down
17th of
here.
May, yeah, man. So we
Yeah.
haven't got long.
Come tomorrow. Avoid the cup final. Avoid the Tommy Robinson march.
Please come
Yeah.
during the final 2 days on the
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah, man, it'd be good.
Thank you very
It'd be really
much
good.
for inviting me.
No, thank
here.
you.
It's been
Thank
lovely
you.
talking
Thank
to
you for coming.
Wonderful. Hopefully we see you again. We see more of your fantastic artwork again, man.
For sure. for
Brilliant.
sure. Thank you
Absolutely
very much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paul was unable to come on the show. He had somewhere to go. But Paul Weller will be appearing at Artists for Gaza and on Sunday this week at the Scala. Tickets have all gone.
They have, haven't they? Sadly, unfortunately.
But if you hang around outside looking pathetic, you might...
You never know your luck. You never know your luck. You might be able to get a blag. So Scala 4 p.m. Sunday through till midnight, I think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, brilliant,
And-
absolutely brilliant.
Gregsy will be there as Chris's wingman.
Oh, apparently.
I play out my role. I've even been out walking. They tell me that it helps, but I know when I'm beaten. All those lonely fields and all those lonely parties. Now the feelings I've screamed and the tears for real not acting anymore. Stuff inside. I want to run, but I can't hide. However much we try, we can't escape the truth, and the fact is, no matter what I do, don't 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 matter what I do, 'cause I end up hurting you. Covered side. One more glance, you know it's goodbye. Can't you see that's why we're dashing our seconds and rounds of a lifetime? No matter what I do, don't 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 matter what I do, 'cause I end up hurting you. Once was pleasure that's been facade. On the shadows fall. But once the pain I feel so small. Don't know whether to laugh or cry. The long hot summer just passed me by. Shitty-ditty-bop. Shitty-ditty-ditty-bop. 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 I want to run, but I can't hide. No matter what I do, don't matter what I do, it don't matter what I do, it don't matter what I do, it don't matter what I do, 'cause I end up hurting. It don't matter what I do, it don't matter what I get to say now. It don't matter what I do, it don't matter what I do. It don't matter what I
Yeah, that of course is Paul Weller and the Style Council with Long Hot Summer. So, Zakia's still not here. Greg has had to run. Is that the music in the background? It's a bit weird. So it's just me and Iona. We'll run through a couple of things that are going on next Saturday the 23rd. DJ Louise, who's one of our favourite DJs, and also a regular at Campo Sancho, and Jim and Matt are coming in a minute to talk about Campo Sancho and also their boat trip tomorrow. Anyway, Louise is doing a Saturday session at Treo's Tacos, Saturday the 23rd of May. She is $1 Billion Babies. She does all those glamorous nights in the West End. So having it up the road, Treo Tacos, I think it's kind of free. I'm not 100% sure, but it's worth it. 4 to 10 next Saturday. Next Friday, one of the biggest days of the year, next Friday is the Westway Trust plant sale.
Oh, nice.
Under the Westway, just
Good.
up there by the Westway Sports Centre.
You often partake in that, don't you?
Oh,
buy
we
a few
go
bits and
every
bobs.
year. Last year we were actually in Scotland, so we had to kind of blag our way into a kind of private view.
Oh, hello.
But the great thing is if you have a garden or you want to grow any plants, the thing, all these plants grow around here.
Wow, I love that.
Because they were, propagated or whatever you... Yeah, propagated, I think is the word.
That is the word, you're right.
Underneath the Westway.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Great. That's going to be a good event.
Have you got any what's-ons, Greg, or shall I crack on?
Crack on with whatever you've got in front of you. I'm actually void of computer screens at the moment.
Is that what you need?
I guess so. Certainly what you need.
Yeah. This week, we've been absolutely awash with talk radio.
Haven't we?
We started on Tuesday
Yeah.
with the first episode in the new season of Our Future Hood. That's something that's based in the Nottingdale Future Neighbourhoods project. And in this season, we are working with community groups to enable them to make shows.
Yeah.
The first one is with Nova Youth Voices.
Brilliant.
It's really great. These young women, they managed to get the Natural History Museum to address all their concerns.
Yeah.
Great show. Nova, by the way, are in huge financial trouble.
Oh, that's a shame. They're such a good outfit, man.
They're underneath the Westway, between the Westway Trust and under. And they do that brilliant thing, the library, the human library.
Yeah.
Where you go in and you borrow a book and the book's a person and you chat to them and it's...
Yeah.
Anyway, if you've got 50 grand spare, if you could ring up Nova...
Yes, of
and
course.
offer it up, that would be
Absolutely.
great. Wednesday, we had Wild Women on Wednesday.
We did. They're crazy.
They are, they're quite crazy. Really important questions. Is it pointless to vote? Who's your spirit animal? All that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then Thursday, we had Great Exchanges.
Yes.
Great Exchanges is a show we make with Imperial College London.
Yeah, man.
In the run-up to the Great Exhibition Road Festival.
Yeah.
Where we will be hosting the main stage.
Oh, yeah.
6th and 7th. Great lineup. We read it out last week. If there's a bit of space, we'll read it out again this week. But loads of acts from the Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah.
Finishing off both days at 5 o'clock with She's Got Brass.
Amazing. We so enjoyed ourselves. The last few years we've done this gig, and we really, really love the way that Imperial College collaborate with the Royal Albert Hall and with all the other institutions up and down the Exhibition Road and create this fantastic sort of fair. More than a festival, it's like an old school country fair, but across that beautiful road with so many exhibitions. All of the buildings are open, loads of them have got talks, they've got displays in there, they've got all sorts going on. So if you want to bring your kids, it's a fantastic weekend. The stage, which is our remit, is always fantastic, isn't it? Always fantastic. We get talent from the Royal Albert Hall, including people like She's Got Brass, and it's an amazing talent. We've got a great lineup again this year.
There's a Peruvian violinist. There's a grime act from Royal Albert Hall.
Brilliant. Absolutely superb.
Check it out.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, if you missed any of those talk radio shows, all you have to do is tune in Sunday morning from 8:50, where all our talk radio, including this show, gets Sunday rewound.
Nice, really nice. No, it's going to be a really good talk radio season this year. It's already ramping up to be a terrific season. So yeah, catch it every Sunday morning from about 10 o'clock through till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
It starts 8:50 this week.
8:50 this weekend. You're right,
Yeah,
because
we're
we've got
getting
so much
many
to cram
shows.
in.
We have so many brilliant people coming to talk to us. We've now got quite a long-running show with the Moroccan community, broadcasting from Goulburn Road to the world.
Absolutely.
Maghreb Speaks.
Brilliant show.
Getting loads of traction.
Yeah,
we
man.
have our Irish show we're about to release on Monday. An
Bright Side.
exclusive interview with Kevin Rowland.
Yay!
Or once of Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Indeed, he's going to be promoting his book again. I think he's got another session down at the Irish Cultural Centre in Hammersmith to do that, and that's what this is about, is promoting that. So no, it's absolutely brilliant. We cover every local diaspora, and if you think that you're missing out, then get in contact with Portobello Radio and say, hey, I'm part of the Colombian diaspora, for example, and you don't have a Colombian show, etc., etc.
We used to.
We kind of still get the occasional Colombian DJ, that's for sure.
No, we have
Little
DJs.
D.
Yeah, we have Little D. We have hey guys, Sancho Panza in the house. We just mentioned Kevin Rowland. We're doing the interview with him coming out.
Yeah.
This is my favourite Dexy song.
Stick it on, stick it on, stick it on.
Yeah, Kevin Rowland will be launching his paperback of his we interviewed him last year. his story, the story of his life is really it's raw.
You studied his book. You had to read some of his book before you did the interview.
I read the whole book.
Did you?
Actually. Yeah, I speed read, man. I do
Yeah.
my research.
You do. You're quite good at that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
Anyway,
academic.
Shay is in a little later, and we'll tell you exactly when the Kevin Rowland event is there at the ICC.
Otherwise, catch him on Portobello Radio. What day are we putting that one out?
Monday.
This Monday coming.
Yeah.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. I've yet to download it, but yeah, brilliant,
Now,
absolutely
talking
brilliant.
of musical superstars.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Sancho Panza in the house. Welcome, gentlemen.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Welcome.
Welcome,
Good afternoon.
Welcome, Jim.
Good to be here.
And
Thank you.
welcome, Matt.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
We better touch on it just before we get on to what's going on now. Of course, you ran the legendary system at Carnival up there in Middle Row for 20 years.
20 years, exactly 20 years, yeah.
I cycled through there earlier.
Yeah.
With a tear in my eye.
Oh, went past the old gates.
Anyway, you can listen to previous episodes of Portobello Radio if you want to know more about what happened back in the day. But we're here in the here and now, aren't we?
We are in the here and now, yeah. We're always in the here and now,
Yeah.
right? That's life.
Yeah. And you're still working, you're still DJing. You're doing later this year Campo Sancho.
Correct.
And tell us about that.
Yeah, the festival, man.
This is, amazingly, this is episode 9.
Wow.
So when we've been doing it 11 years.
Wow.
So we kind of finished Carnival in 2013, and then we found this site in 2016 and started Campo. And it's just kind of gone from strength to strength. I mean, it's been a slow growth thing, but that is quite beautiful. We're quite kind of proud of that, really, because we got a lovely crowd that comes there. It's not big, it's about 1,000 people, kids, family friendly, but it's still Sancho Panza based, so it's dance music and it's warehouse party in a field. That's what we call it.
Yes, brilliant.
And carnival in the country as well. It's it's all those things and
more.
And more.
So much more.
Matt, I mean, the Sancho Panza thing has always been a family thing, hasn't it? Even when...
I don't know, the boat parties back in the day weren't necessarily that family.
Maybe not the boats, but the carnival
but it's a
certainly
family.
was.
It was people finding a family, whether it was in Carnival, whether it was on your boats. You come from different places, but you join and you're a family.
Yeah, well, we've just been lucky in that regard. I just think it's the people that come that have always made it what it is. And, it just makes me and Jim try hard to do all the other stuff around the people. It really is it is that simple, isn't it?
It's very well put, Matt. That's it. That's
we're
what
blessed.
makes it.
Yeah, and that's what's making Campo special. There's no idiots there apart from me and Jim. And it's a really lovely.
It's not bad. That's
Exactly.
0.02%
Exactly.
or something.
I mean, it's a lovely, friendly vibe, and we're all there for the same reason, just to sort of, and particularly more so at the moment. We need to get away from all the crap that's going on and just sort of forget about it for a weekend and sort of get back to what we enjoy doing, which is just hanging out, listening to great music on great sound systems. That's and nice food as well. I mean,
and having a dance,
and having a dance,
dance,
and a cuddle, and a connection, and people being good people, supporting each other and communicating, and all the good stuff that we all know that we need, and we just provide a place and people come together and do it.
Because that's what DJing is about, isn't it, really? It's making connection
100%,
with a load of people. Some of them you might know, but a lot of them you won't know. It's about responding to them. It's almost a dialogue, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I think the very best DJs naturally have that kind of instinct. Just respond to what they see in front of them rather than, there's a lot of DJs that have pre-prepared sets and just...
We ain't deviating.
And it just sort of, you can feel that. It's you're not, the best DJs are the ones that, connect with the crowd. And not all of them can.
No.
I always think when when you're when you DJ and you're not DJing and it's like the room is playing the music, that's when you hit the sweet spot. You know, it's kind of like there's no egos. It's just the energy
I
of the
didn't
dance
choose
floor.
this record; they did.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what.
Absolutely. Gregsy, you're about to play a house record.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because Gregsy has been complaining that I play all the music on this show.
He does. He kind of dominates it with his massive sharp elbows. He was one of those DJs. I don't know if you remember back in the day. You know, you'd be like, you're in your vibe and you're having a laugh and you've got quite a few people on the floor. And then someone comes along with a really big mouth and sharp elbows and goes to the promoter, no, I'm better than him. And suddenly the promoter comes over and says, yeah, all right, Gregsy, off you go, kind of thing. And some...
I remember those days.
It's like a monopoliser, man.
Yeah. What, and clears the floor or what?
Yeah, that's the one. That's normally the coup. That is so normally the coup. No, bless. I've been having a grump about not playing any tunes. So yeah, I'm going to play a tune in a minute. So happy days.
Look forward to it.
Make it a good one.
Yeah, because I was going to get Zakia back in.
That's a good idea. Zakia has just turned up, so let's get her on. Brilliant idea.
You're actually here today rather than closer to the festival. Just remind us when the festival is, though. So
it's the 23rd to the 26th of July. It's based in East Hertfordshire, so we're about an hour north London.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. SanchoPanza.org is the plug that I'm going to chuck out there. If you want to know anything about Campo or our boat parties or what we're doing, or there's mixes there's all sorts. Anyway, yeah.
We're actually doing a boat party tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, that's what he's talking about.
That's why I'm in London.
Yeah, Greg, so I thought you were going to play a tune then. Yeah.
Hey, good.
How you been?
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I've let Gregsy play some tunes this week, just if you're wondering. Zakia, welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me. Apologies for being late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just in a meeting and had to rush from there to here. So
yeah. Anyway, fellas, the boat the boat tomorrow. I mean, boat parties. What a laugh.
What a laugh.
We're still doing them. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what we say. Nothing in life is guaranteed except a boat party. We've got on tomorrow, leaving 6 o'clock, Temple Pier. It's
6 p.m. that is, not 6 a.m.
Yes, yeah.
Those days are over.
Yeah. We used to do them till 2 in the morning, but you can't do that anymore.
Oh, really?
There's too many posh people living on the river.
Oh, they complain about the noise.
Yeah.
They're really party poopers, aren't they?
Yeah. The scourge of London.
And who's on? Who have you got on?
Me and Jim and
Freddie
Freddie Love.
Yeah. Wow.
Who's a very old friend of ours and sort of resident of Sancho.
Did you say Harry Love?
Freddie
Love.
Freddie
Oh,
Love.
okay, Freddie Love.
Not a huge name, but that's sometimes how we roll, you know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, it's just good music.
Well, going back to what we were saying, you know, it's not whether you've had 17 hit records, it's whether you
can talk to the dance floor. Yeah. Exactly.
Freddie has exceptional taste in music, so it would be great. I'm looking forward to it.
How long have you been doing the boats? Because did that come before Carnival?
Yeah,
it did. I mean, we've been going 32 years.
We've been doing the boats for 30.
So
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I'm still doing
that's
them
literally my age.
Yeah.
When you said 32, I was like, oh my gosh, that's actually my age.
Yeah, we're that old. And, but you know, there's something quite unique about them.
Have they changed over the years?
Well, we've got a bit older and maybe a little bit wiser, but not a little bit. Not. You know, I mean, it's basically the thing I love about them is they get going really quick because you come on the boat, you can't get off.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, you
that's
really
a
are
bit
a party
that's
pooper,
always,
but you know, and so
sometimes
we're all there for the same reason, and we just want to have a good dance and listen to some good music, and so they get going really quick, and the atmosphere just kind of starts bubbling up to get to the end, and it's quite electric. So yeah, we're still doing them. We still love them.
I mean, we used to do them on a Sunday afternoon. I suppose you know that. Yeah.
Well, we used to do five a summer, didn't we? When we were really eager. Now we just do 2 a year.
Yeah.
Beginning and end of summer.
It's Saturday night, but yeah, it's you know it's also it's daylight when we get on, you know, and so you get the sun down, and you know you can be on a deck and sun setting over London, and that London backdrop is just stunning, and that hasn't changed. Well, it has changed what you look at, but to be cruising down the river, I mean, that just feels
it
like
is special. It is special.
A pleasure. Yeah.
Have you always gone east?
Yeah, it depends on the boat. Actually, we use 2 boats, and one is a little bit bigger and it can't get under the bridges. So
unless it's low tide. Yeah. So
So-
sometimes we go past all the posh people, don't we?
Yeah,
in central London, and annoy them for a little while, and then go east.
Yeah, it's
And,
the slightly smaller boat tomorrow. So yeah, we go west.
Wherever you want.
Yeah. So we can get, you know, we get to Parliament, storm Parliament, and come home. You know, that's a good day's work, I always think.
I mean, I don't know, it's just popped into my head, but there was one year where David Blaine was hanging off a crane in a box. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Why he wanted to do that, who knows? But we were on a boat, and we went underneath the boat, and we went round in circles, and the DJ, I think it was Cookie, was it?
Yeah, it was Bacon.
Was it Bacon?
Yeah.
Living in a box, wasn't it?
Yeah, Trapped.
That was it. Yeah, Colonel Abrahams. And there was a sort of impoverished David Blaine lying on the floor of this kind of Perspex box, and he kind of waved to us, and then he realised we were taking the piss, and he just went back to sleep. And yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Has anyone ever fallen off?
Nope.
God, no.
Not to my knowledge, anyway.
No. I mean,
there was one year where we were sold out, and people were leaping onto the boat as it was pulling away. So we had a few stowaways that time, but no, we haven't lost anyone yet.
No, God, don't say that. No.
Yeah.
Touch plastic.
Touch some wood. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
But I believe there's about a dozen tickets left. So
yes,
come along if you want to see what they're about. They are amazing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. No, it's an amazing place to be on the river. It's particularly amazing if you've got some banging tunes and everyone some copacetic company. But it must have changed as well, what you're looking at. I mean, Zakir and I were at City Hall this week for some kind of.
What, the new City Hall? Because it's not there anymore,
Yeah,
right?
the
No.
one that's in like Custom House now. Like along the
By
way.
the XL, it's
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because
it's quite a weird building. It looks a bit like, you know, is it the McLaren factory somewhere in Surrey? Is that extraordinary building? It does look pretty sexy, and it's got the cable cars.
Okay,
Right.
I've
Going
not seen
over
it.
the
I'll
top.
keep my eyes open.
Keep
tomorrow.
your eyes
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, the dome wasn't there. You know,
No.
when we started. You know, and all.
No, it's a load of warehouses and rusting
Yeah.
cranes and barges that were probably going to sink tomorrow.
It was. I mean, it was sort of. Yeah, you didn't have to go far, and then you're just like, it's like, God, hold on, we're in the country. You know. But yeah, it's not quite like that now. Yeah, and obviously going into town has changed a lot. You know, all the. But it's, I don't know who's in charge of the design along there, but it's not very nice.
And does
sounds
anyone
like
live
old
in
man
those
moaning
houses? Does anyone live in those houses?
Well,
I don't know. Pierce,
not
do
the
they?
people that need housing, that's for sure. So, yeah.
Matt, you don't live in town anymore.
No, I moved out 15 years ago. I live in Wales, near in Carmarthenshire. Yeah.
15 years, mate.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I come back to London reasonably regular, and I've got family here. So, but you know, things change, and I decided to leave, and no regrets. But yeah.
The only constant is change, right? That's
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gentlemen, I think you're going to be doing a mix for us maybe next weekend or the weekend after.
We're trying to do something.
Which we're really looking forward to.
Okay.
We mentioned that DJ Louise, of course, is part of your crew.
Yeah.
She's got a show next Saturday.
Okay.
At
All
the
right.
Treos Tacos up there in the daytime. Will she be at Campo Sancho?
Well, I hope so. I
hope so.
haven't spoken to her for a while.
She played last year.
Yeah.
She's not on the bill this year, but yeah, no, she's part of the family
Soon
for
come.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And who else is in the big family?
Well,
you told us who's DJing tomorrow, but any
any
names we should
Can we
look at?
quickly talk about the lineup? Jim, do you want to
Yeah, I
rattle
mean,
through
God,
some names? I mean, it's the best lineup we've ever put together.
It
We can-
really feels like
We
this
can talk
year,
about it for hours if you want.
this year feels like the amalgamation of 32 years of knowing people, talking to people, making connections, and all. You know, I mean, I think I feel really
no, we've
blessed
absolutely nailed
for
it
this year.
I mean, there's no one, there's not. I mean, let's just mention a few names. shall we?
Enough of the hype.
Yeah.
So we've got Lauren Garnier.
Well,
Lauren Garnier on Saturday night. Luke Una. That's Saturday night in the tent. They're both playing sort of 3.5 hours each. Friday we've got Tono Disco.
Who's up-and-coming young Italian guy. Brilliant. Ruby Savage.
Ruby Savage. Another.
She's great. Yeah. And we've tried to mix it up with old established DJs and trying to try and support the young guns coming through as well. So got Jimpster, Lisa Loud,
Tia Cousins. We've got Sean Johnston for A Love from Outer Space doing a 9-hour set in a clearing in the woods.
Yeah, we've got a sound system in the woods which is fantastic.
Decius Live.
Girls of the Internet Live. Speaking over you there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Greg Wilson. On the
what? The legend.
Greg Wilson, that got a check. The legend, 50 years in the industry. Greg Wilson.
Such a massive. And
He's playing on Sunday. It's your birthday, Piers, so you've got to come. They've said it on air now.
Yeah.
Roy the Roach as well. Old school.
Tia Cousins, and another new young up and coming. She's brilliant. She's an absolutely brilliant DJ.
Greg Wilson is amazing. I mean, he's older even than me, and he was the first bloke who went on the Tube or whatever it was called and showed mixing to the world.
Yeah.
He was in that Northern Soul posse. He was at the Hacienda. Then he had this kind of dark period, and even he doesn't know what happened during that. And then he came back slowly, and he's not only a brilliant DJ, but also he's very aware of how lucky he is to be a brilliant DJ
Well, I
and the
think
world he's got. And he journals it and documents it. It's
he's a very important DJ, I'd say, in UK culture.
Encyclopedic knowledge of the music scene.
Yeah, of who played what in Peckham in 1987.
Yeah, and which mix and all that. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But we've got there's a upwards. It started last year. It's a new area. We've got 2 stages. One called Middle Row, named after our carnival, and then the snare and hi-hat, which is a big tent. That's the kind of night time. That's where Laurent's playing and Luke Una and what have you. But we've got this stage now in the woods, a kind of clearing in the woods. So that's Sean Johnson on the Saturday, but on the Sunday we've got Pete Herbert, music for swimming pools. He does a thing called music. So it's Nancy Noyes, Pete Herbert, Phil Myson and Andy Wilson. So that's kind of like Balearic royalty, really. So that's a Sunday, sort of all day, beautiful Balearic thing, which seems appropriate for a Sunday. And on Friday we've got Stomp of Funk.
You shot most of your load, but not all of it.
always hold some of it.
Yeah, I love the Sundays.
So, Keir, I mean, have you grown up enough to love house music?
I do like house music. I think I've been to like a few, house raves. But I think also I grew up on like listening to funky house, which is like a, the UK kind of subculture of house, and it was very. Nice. We used to go to like under 16 raves and under 18 raves, and that was the kind of music they played a lot. But yeah, I love a bit of house. I think I like music, or I like going to events or listening to music where people just have fun and enjoy themselves. Like everyone's in their own little zone, everyone's in their own thing, but you can just tell everyone's just loving the music and having the good vibes. So for me, I always find like house raves, people just are there just to have a good time. There's none of that poser BS that you get with other places where everyone's like worried about being on camera. Everyone in the house rave is just having fun, and that's what I really like. So when you see people just doing it for themselves, you get confident in just dancing for yourself as well. And so that's, I think, the kind of most refreshing thing about going to those spaces.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah,
I'd say, that's another thing. We were talking earlier about the people who come, and that's what makes us really happy. We don't really get that phone thing. Yeah. People holding up phones, filming the DJ. It just doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at Campo, and it's like, and that's not because we've said, "Oh, don't bring your phones out." It's just people don't do it. I mean, maybe it's a generational thing, but that makes me really happy.
No, we're sitting in the middle of a show called Vanished Memories, and I'd rather keep my fragmented memories of the Glastonbury then and the Carnival then, and whatever it is the other day, rather than. I mean, no one ever looks at. Do you look at those videos?
Yeah, they just take up
space.
I mean, they're ruining the atmosphere.
Yeah,
by burning fossil fuels to keep on a cloud. It's ridiculous. Don't get me started.
But I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yeah, no, I think it's just I think people just need to kind of live in the moment a little bit more, and also it has a knock-on effect when people are worried about not like. Being caught on camera, then people just don't end up actually having a good time when they're going out. So you're spending money just to stand on a wall. Like, respectfully, I could have just lied in my bed and stared at the ceiling, do you know what I mean? So I think spaces that allow people just to be comfortable are really important. And I think it's slowly kind of making a comeback. I think people are tired of people filming, having that, just constantly being aware that you could end up on someone's video and then it's just now online and you become a viral sensation. So I think more and more people do want that kind of like phones away when you go out clubbing. Enjoy the moment. Like if you want to take a selfie with one or two of your friends, that's one thing, but filming strangers and then making people like feel like they're a fool, I don't know, like it's just, where's the kindness and the enjoyment, do you know what I mean?
No, I think the problem is if everyone's filming everyone all the time, you're going to be more inhibited, aren't you? Unless
Well, there was that couple at the Coldplay concert who got they were just there having a nice time, and that woman's life has been ruined. I don't know about the bloke, but the woman's life has been ruined.
I think they were both married, so they've got
but they were both separated. It wasn't like they were caught in flagrante.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought they were.
No, they were both separated. They just had normal lives, normal messy lives, like everyone else.
Like everyone, But that doesn't make the story, does it? The story's got to be. There's got to be a hook.
Black
to make
and white.
Yeah.
Black, yeah. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to talk
to
us. Hopefully, the last 12 tickets. Well, There's 2 left for you if you're listening. Get onto the Sancho Panza.
Yes, sancho.org, sanchopanza.org, SANCHOPANZA
Yeah,
.org.
not Panzer like the tank.
That's it, yeah.
Panzer like the bloke.
That's it, exactly that.
And how do we follow you on social media in case we can't come tomorrow and we want to come to the festival?
We are Campo_Sancho, that's our Instagram. Sancho Panza Sound System, that's our Facebook, but it's all on the website. You can link to everything on the website, so sanchopanza.org. Just go there and
or
all
just
about us.
Just Google it, and once you get past the literary stuff, you're
Well, actually, we come up quite at the top. I'm going to say,
I'm ahead of Don Quixote.
Yeah.
Nice one, gents.
Well,
Greg, so you've been lining up a tune. Thank you.
Thank you very
Jim.
much.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
Matt.
Good to
Thank
be
you,
here. Good to
Sancho
see you.
Panza.
It's alright, I feel it. It's alright, I feel it. It's alright, I feel it. It's alright, I feel it.
Yeah, that is Gregsy trying to show off to Matt and Jim at Sancho Panza with his fancy mixing. Oh, this is a talk show, mate. Is that on? Oh, right. Okay. Sancho Panza, great to see them back in Notting Hill. They are, of course, on a boat tomorrow. There's 12 tickets left. Sancho, whatever they said, is their website. And Campo Sancho around my birthday in July. Are you going, Zakia?
Do you know what? Last year, I remember when they came on, I was actually quite excited about it. I just need to make sure that it doesn't clash with any little getaway trips that I have this summer. But
have you got a tent?
Huh?
Have you got a tent?
No, I do not have a tent. Do I even know how to put up a tent? That's a whole other question. But I will learn. There's YouTube exists for a reason. I can find anything online these days, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
As long as you can get service.
Yeah.
Some of those places you can't get service.
I'll pre-download the video beforehand, you know. Women in STEM, eh?
We talked already earlier in the show about the Kevin Rowland special that we're bringing out on Monday. It's a 45-minute interview with Kevin about his life, about his book, and it's part of Bright Side of the Road with Shay Mary Doyle. By complete coincidence, we have in the studio Shay Mary Doyle.
Hello,
welcome.
Piers. Hello. And
Greetings.
Roz.
And
I'm
Neil.
here, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Roz,
here.
welcome.
Good to see you. Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah.
And we also have Captain Tom.
John.
Captain John. Can you have a microphone? Yeah.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Yes, Captain John O'Hora.
John O'Hora.
O'Hora here, Captain.
Yeah. You should befriend the captain on Facebook because you do get a really amusing message about every
Well, I'm glad
3
you like
days.
them.
Yeah. Shay, we've talked about Kevin Rowland. We played Gino.
Oh, did
Let's move on to what you're doing next week. You are releasing, well, it's the premiere of a film that we've talked about on Bright Side of the Road, Theocracy, with Bernard Canavan.
Yeah.
I sometimes get that mixed up. Canavan. Anyway.
Yeah.
Theocracy. It's on at the Kiln.
It's on at the
there,
Kiln
what used to be
Cinema
the
at 8
Tricycle.
o'clock. 8 o'clock, Kiln Cinema. You can get tickets on
And that's Thursday, right?
It's Saturday.
Saturday, 23rd.
8 o'clock, yeah. Basically, it's a feature documentary on Bernard. It got premiered at the Cork Film Festival. It's a London premiere.
All right.
It's Bernard is an 80-year-old lad who, when he was born, his parents were not married, and he ended up in a notorious orphanage in Dublin. And the byline on the film is from a notorious orphanage in Dublin to become the painter of the Irish diaspora here. His paintings of the diaspora, the navvies, the women, the NHS, they're very striking. You see some of them there. But my colleague beside me here, John O'Hara, is Bernard's curator, if you like, and also an artist in his own right. And John convinced Bernard to go away from the wonderful emigrant paintings and to take on that dark chapter in his life when he was in this orphanage and pretty much tell the story of the Catholic domination of everything in Ireland, whether you were unmarried mothers having their children taken away from them, all sorts of dreadful things that the Catholic Church instigated. And that exhibition is called Theocracy.
Yeah,
so
and
really,
that was on at the ICC, and it's
we had
some pretty strong images.
That was a preview because I couldn't get any money from the old Irish themselves for whatever reason, and I had 2 screenings of footage, and the Irish diaspora themselves then made donations, about 10 grand I got, and that enabled me to shoot, but also more importantly to bring Bernard and John back to Ireland, back to the orphanage, back to the scene of the crime, So,
well, if I may say so, you did a fantastic job for 10 grand.
well, and my life savings.
I mean, we were very frugal, but we got there. And, you know, it is quite an interesting piece. I mean, it's kind of ironic you just mentioned about getting Bernard's surname, Canavan, confused. Because really that's not his surname at all. Because,
Wow.
you know,
How's that work?
Well, his birth mother wasn't Canavan, neither was his dad.
Well, so
it was his adopted family that were Canavan, or his mother that adopted him.
Luckily, he was very ill when he was in the orphanage. They used to starve a lot of the kids. They used to experiment on the kids. They used to sell a lot of kids to America.
Yeah.
And wherever your worst luck of all could be if you were coloured, because nobody wanted you. And as a girl appears in the film, she'll be at the kiln next Saturday, Rachel Felly, but she was in the orphanage with her parents. She was in the orphanage, and the people who adopted her, 2 architects, went to the orphanage, and they were looking for a child. They said, "Tell her, what's the story with those 2 black children over there?" They said, "Oh, nobody wants them." And she said, "I'll take them." So she was a liberal, so they were very lucky.
5.
She took 5, yeah. So yeah, the complexity of the story is one, it's about a person's life, a real life spent in London. Bernard worked on all the counterculture magazines like Peace News, Oz. You know, he's a fantastic painter. Rosalind, here beside me, was the first one to give him an exhibition. And that's how the Irish diaspora painting started. So you really...
No, basically I had an open exhibition for Irish artists in Britain, and they didn't have to be professionals, and Bernard put one in. And it was of the navvies, the men that built Britain, and everyone wanted to buy it. Everybody that walked in said, "How much does he want for it?" I want it. And I said, "Look, Bernard, you've got a gift here. Get going, do some more. We'll put on an exhibition." So we gave him his first exhibition, and after that he became renowned.
One of those paintings which is in the film from that early period is an Irish navvy on the street with his trousers and his braces hanging off him, and he's looking at a poster that's from Irish tourist board saying, "Come to Ireland," and he's one of the thousands and thousands that had to leave because the country was bankrupt in the 50s. That's why everybody came. It was the end of World War II. Britain was very desperate for workers, you know, and so the Irish filled that gap, and as you know, built the tunnels, built the roads. They were out there.
I got to say, when I first got to know Bernard about 30 years ago, he didn't seem to fit into any category that I was dealing with, because I was dealing with people younger than myself, and Bernard is about another generation older than me. He might not like to hear me saying that, but he was very autobiographical in his practice. He was basically representing or representing images of his own experience, in this case we had an exhibition in Carrick-on-Shannon, and I had about 6 or 8 paintings from his childhood, which I call the teddy wall, because there was a lot of symbolism of clergy handing over teddy bears to the mothers in order to barter to get control over their babies. And we had such a strong response to that wall from people at that show. And then I negotiated a whole exhibition, a complete new collection of work for Theocracy with Bernard. And I just say to people, his USP is that he is the baby. This is a narrative about adoption, but it's not a mother's story, it's a baby story. And Bernard, the artist, who is now 82, was the baby when this all took place.
Yeah, I knew Bernard for 40 years, and he didn't tell anybody until he was about approaching
60.
his 80th birthday. He started telling people about his first 6 years on the earth and how he was treated.
It's quite tragic in a way, because his mother, his lovely mother, she's the most beautiful woman. She became a supermodel in London. Her image was all over the
So
tubes.
his birth mother or his adopted mother?
Yeah,
Biological mother?
Yeah, biological.
Yeah.
The couple split up, but she came here and she became the face of L'Oreal and things like this. And then she went to America and she married a very, very, very rich Trump-type Americana and they had their own swimming pool. But Bernard never knew her, and then
She
eventually,
killed by a car.
just a few years ago, he found a link. But when he got up to meet her, when he got to her, she was dead. She had died in a car accident. So there's a very strong image of him beside her tomb. You know, but he got to know his half brothers, half sisters, and all that sort of thing. And he's a very humble man. He got the presidential award from Michael D. Higgins a couple of years ago. And I always laugh at this, that, you know, when you get a presidential award, a bit like Charlie Phillips, you know, they give you an OBE and all the rest, but, you know, they're not living in great wealth, you know. Hey, give me the OBE, but give me a house as well, you know. So Bernard lives in Wilson in a lovely flat, and he's happy enough, but it's hard for him. He never got compensated for what happened in this orphanage. It's still, there's a chance he'll get that compensation.
They said it wasn't an orphanage. They stopped paying. Yeah.
What did they try
to? It was a hospital.
They said he was kept in a hospital, but when he went in, he was healthy. When he came out, he was ill. He was nearly dead when he came out. Yeah.
What's so important about this film is Bernard's doing it not just to tell his own story, but to speak for the voiceless, all the ones that didn't survive, as well as the survivors that never got a chance to speak and tell their stories, and they're still too frightened to speak, or too, you know, it's just too hard
close
for
to
them.
home. It's difficult.
And thousands didn't survive, including a man called Peter Tyrrell, who in 1965 went to Hampstead Heath and set himself on fire because he couldn't live with the horror
pretty
that had
horrific
been done to
stories.
him.
But what really amazed me was, through the relationship I developed with Bernard, I was able to get him to coax him, if you like, to be confessional about it, and to, you know, in a way celebrate this thing and make it something public. Because it's not easy to sit in front of a blank canvas with a brush and a bit of pigment and try and articulate what we're talking about.
But he does it in such a brilliant way. Even all the paintings, the new ones, the old ones, like he has an image in the film. It's two nuns digging a hole. And you say, what are they doing? And obviously Irish people know they're burying the babies, you know. You know, they're hiding the evidence, or the teddy bear, as John refers to, which was the lure, you know, and images of nuns trying to take their babies off. But he's a great, great painter, you know, and it's kind of recognised, but it's being recognised even more as he gets older. You know?
Yes. Well, this is often the case, but it's been fantastic that you were able to take it up onto another medium like film and to have it now.
I have to say,
premiered.
John, it's one of the hardest documentaries I ever made. It was a very difficult journey without any funding. It was very hard to crack Bernard himself, who's a very intellectual man, as you know, and tried to rein him in. He didn't really understand where
he's a big reader of philosophy.
So, I mean, I'm just looking at some of the photos Rosa showed me from the paintings from the newspaper. There's something haunting about them, but there's also something you can tell there's something deeper behind the photos as well. And to kind of capture, like you said, that historian and other children that went through those kind of horrific things you've been speaking about, I feel like his imagery really does capture that, and as the best way possible as a still image can. But yeah, they're really capturing and beautiful, but I can feel the pain from the paintings.
I was amazed in Dublin when we had the Theosophy exhibition, the amount of people, we say your generation says, I didn't know art could be like this. They were at the opening and they're looking at these quite loaded iconography and symbols, and 3 or 4 different people in different groups said to me, I didn't know art could do this. And I says, well, it can. You just have to have somebody that can put it on a surface, and it evokes conversation. And people, even in Carrick-on-Shannon, one guy just pointed his finger and he was dumbed. He says that happened to us, and it was called The Orphanage, the actual painting that he was looking at. But he couldn't really go any further. All he could say, pointing to it, he says that happened to us. And he was an elderly man, but he could see it in the painting so much that couldn't be verbalized or couldn't be articulated. But mainly because of Catholicism and the hold that they had through those decades.
Well, it's kind of an interest. The journey. The film is an interesting journey. It starts in Wilsden, We go to Hampstead Heath to tell Tyrrell's story. We take Bernard back to Edgeworthstown, which is where his adopted parents, where he was raised. And then we go back to the St. Patrick's Guild, the House of Shame, where he was incarcerated. So there's a kind of there's no interviews. It's really just sit back and roll with the film. So I'm hoping next Saturday at the Kiln Cinema in Kilburn that the tickets are doing really well. But we really want to fill it, and there's a lot of interesting people coming along.
How do we get tickets, Shay?
Well, you get on the Kiln Cinema and you say, "Can I have 2 tickets, please?"
Well, no, you can get them online. You know that.
KilnTheatre.com.
KilnTheatre.com.
KILN.
Formerly known as the Tricycle.
Is that one up just up there? I actually went to an event like maybe 10 years ago. It was an Irish event up there as well.
It's quite a nice venue.
Yeah, it was
a lot of
nice.
stuff
I don't know
there.
when you were there, but they have totally refurbished it.
Okay. I don't think I've been there for quite some time, but it's good to hear.
Restaurant, different spaces, for people to meet up. It's really a great spot.
No, I mean, and also, Kilburn, for good and bad, has not really changed. I mean, I go up there on Thursday or Saturday morning because there's a fabulous meat van just by the Halifax opposite the Aldi. And you go up there and
it's still the same.
It's
it can't be. It's like holes in it. It just can't be gentrified. Like it just. I mean, to be honest, I was shocked that Wood Green kind of is getting gentrified. But I feel like there are certain areas that you kind of need that. Like Piers said, whether it's good or bad, you kind of need that hustle and bustle, that energy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It gives the area character and And also, sorry, what time is the film next week? 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, 8 o'clock.
I mean, it's quite easy to get the tickets if you just go to the website and just click on the buttons for them, and so it's more than half sold out though, and we've got 10 days to go.
So it's a chance to hear Bernard speaking. There's going to be a Q&A with Shane Bernard straight after, so it's great because he's got an extraordinary mind.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm accused of being a terrible talker, going on and on, but Bernard kind of almost outshines me, so I might not get a word in.
Yeah, I mean, we did an amazing interview with Bernard maybe this time last year on Bright Side of the Road, and some of those stories which you'll hear in Theocracy they're pretty shocking.
Yeah, but they're real.
They're real. I mean, that's
the one reason that I work with them, because I'm not working with a painter who is interested in this mother and baby home topic. I'm working with somebody who is making work about his own life.
Yeah, their lived experience.
It's authentic.
Yeah, well, there's been loads of films. I mean, people here, I think they all know about the discovery of the Tune Babies, the non-tournament pictures, and all sorts of dreadful stories coming out of Ireland. And there's been some wordy documentaries, but they are mainly people talking.
This one's different.
And it's also interesting that it's the first one about a boy. Sadly, it's usually the women's stories that are
highlighted the most. Yeah.
But here's a little boy, that had to go through all of that. And this woman, Mrs. Canavan, she was in Argentina, and her family were out there or whatever they were doing, but they came back, and she got married to a guy, and she said to him, "Listen, we're a little bit long in the tooth here, because they were in their late 40s. So let's adopt a child." And they went to this orphanage, and just the woman, female in her, saw this boy so ill that she said, "I'll take him.
And they've been experimented on. I mean, that's the thing. They experimented on the kids. And he spent the first 4 years of his life behind bars, the bars of a cot.
In a cot.
Like a prison.
Well,
so
that's how the trailer opens. But just a few yards away from here, I was having a coffee with them about 10 years ago, and the two of us were sitting at just a small table facing one another, and he started talking to me about this, and he said, at this period that we're talking about, when he was about 2 years old, I represented sin. He said the sentence in the middle of a flow of a conversation, I represented sin. I says, whoa, just, what did you just say? I says, what do you mean you represented sin? You're a baby.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it was easy to flesh that out because of the clergy, patriarchy, celibacy, whatever else, paedophilia, whatever. But it was extraordinary for my ears to hear a man sitting right in front of me saying that I represented sin before he could even speak.
Wow. But it's interesting that in the making of the film, John, there's a scene in Notting Hill. There's a scene in Notting Hill because John lives in Notting Hill. He lives across the road, and the two dogs that you can't see are in the film. But
two dogs are here with me.
But it was interesting in terms of a narrative that normally you make a film about one person, you stay on that person. But because of these two and the two dogs, they're in the film quite a lot together. Somebody in one review said that John and Bernard are like Vladimir and Estragon and Waiting for Godot, trying to find a way through all of this darkness and find some light, you know.
Well, I think that's what you end up with. Bernard is an extraordinarily positive person. I mean, it fascinates me sometimes that his spirit at the age he's at, and he has said to me so many times, I've had an extraordinary life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have, you know, but he means this in a very positive way. And of course he thinks himself very lucky that that Irish woman that had grown up in Argentina was a little bit, you know, not a stereotypical Catholic Irish woman as she might have been otherwise, and she was able to protect him.
But I just want to say, seeing the paintings, they're large paintings anyway, but to see them on the big screen, the colours vibrate. I mean, it looked, when we've seen it in Cork, it was just extraordinary.
Yeah, I
so
have
to
to
see
agree.
these paintings, and there's how many paintings, John?
Well, there's 24 in the collection and an installation called In the Free State.
There's 70 paintings featured at some point. The paintings are the narrative of the film.
Yeah.
So they help tell the story and bring it along.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep looking at this one here in front of me, which
the
is
Camden Town.
Camden Town. All the workers waiting for the lorries to try and get a job.
Talking about.
Hey, where is the mic? Oh, there it is. The Camden painting. All the workers waiting to get a job. It's very symptomatic of what the Irish diaspora know. And as I said, look, you funded this film and me, so come along and bring your friends and bring your London friends.
It's the history as well.
It's a story that has resonances about here. In places like Australia, similar stories, similar things happened all over Europe.
It's a similar narrative across the world.
Well, it is, but I can assure you from my own research, Bernard Canavan is uniquely positioned as a painter to take on this subject matter. This is represented in many books and novels and all sorts of tales in documentaries and in film, but not in painting. He is the first painter that has ever taken on this subject, and it's worth seeing, even for anybody who's interested in the visual register, you know, just to actually see.
No, they're beautiful pictures. There's an amazing picture we chose as the poster for the show we did Side the Road of a spooky-looking priest with is it a bishop? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I was wondering cardinal even.
The title of that is The Innocent.
The Innocent.
And that's now hanging in the Hofpress office in Dublin.
There you go.
They had their head office.
Yeah, they used the teddy bears to seduce the mother to give the child over.
You know, we're okay with your baby. You know, your baby's safe with us. Yeah, we'll be good.
Anyway, it's a subject that is tumbling out of the discourse in Ireland now, and about time too. The light has to shine in on the darkness. Bernard's done that in his pictures. You've done that with your film. You know, there are. But it's not quite the same, but there are moments of the same kind of pressures in the Kevin Rowland interview, some of the stuff that he talks about in his childhood. That will be available on Portobello Radio on Monday morning.
Is it going out Monday? Wow.
It's going out on Monday morning.
And Kevin's paperback is being launched on May the 26th at the ICC.
Yeah, which is just Tuesday, isn't it?
It's and lastly, just if I may, you know, I did 2 seasons at the Kiln Cinema, Kiln Irish Films, but the fantastic, the first cinema to show talking films in London, the Phoenix Cinema in Finchley. I put together a season of films with them, and the first film, which is mine, John Ford, Dreaming the Quiet Man, is on the Phoenix and Finchley on the 31st of May. So it's the first time I've had 2 films of mine on in London in the same month. How
There
about
you
that,
go.
Jack?
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
So Kiln Cinema, Saturday night next, 23rd of May, 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Be there.
Yes.
Be there.
Followed by a Q&A.
Followed by a Q&A.
So if you want to learn more,
Everyone loves a
please,
Q&A.
yeah, show your support, get a ticket, and have a lovely
Okay,
Saturday.
thanks so much.
Be
Thank
there
you.
or be complicit.
Okay.
Skulle brand new taven with Hackney in exchange Mahas dit de Kirby So Lee's Chakas and Sons of Florby and a Santa Beefy on the other Halling tour Fan the little night, oh fan the little day Fan the little night, there oh fan the little night, oh fan the little there oh fan the little night, there oh Rockin' me spree Rockin' me hers quicker if the she's When a mask go die Just the game load of love But he gone cold Get down in the flower Found the little night Oh found the little day Found the little night there Oh found the little night Oh found the little there Oh found the little night there Oh Seo íon chuí, seo cad bhfuil sé ar fad faoi. So éile le deile agus éile le gras, bígur cin os cean faoi ghealach lán. Fan the little day, oh fan the little day, fan the little day, there, oh fan the little day, oh fan the little there, oh fan the little day, there, oh. Oh fan the little day, there, oh.
Yeah, that is. What is that, Gregsy?
Love the way how you threw that one straight back at me. The most amazing Nasi is the name of the song. I don't speak Gaelic, so apologies for the accent. And the name of the artist is Carmen. We featured him on one of the Bright Side of the Road shows a few years back, and it was just absolutely brilliant. I love that tune. I love the fact that he's brought out a whole YouTube on how you mix a Balearic beat into Cayley music, into Celtic music. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant little thing. He's a fantastic musician and a superb artist. I love him. Great producer. What a geezer. What a geezer.
What a geezer. So, Shay's film, Theocracy, it is, we can't labour the point too much. The stories that have come out of some of those institutions, we're talking about Ireland here, but it could have been Canada, could have been Australia, could have been the UK, I'm sure it could have been America, France, Germany, or whatever.
This seems to be the age of reparations, and this is one of those big topics at the moment. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving it.
It's recent, these people are still alive, and it is extraordinary what happened to many of them.
Yeah, man.
we mentioned Wild Women. We mentioned them being on Wednesdays. We mentioned the fact that they're going to be rewound on Sunday at midday. We have one of the Wild Women in the studio to talk to us about bad behaviour.
Yes, it's a...
Gregsy, can you put Amber up?
Thank you. Yeah, I've just popped in really to tell you guys about my upcoming exhibition with Bad Behaviour, which is a Brixton collective. They put on events and exhibitions sort of supporting brown artists, female artists, artists who you wouldn't necessarily get to see otherwise. This current exhibition is called Gritted Teeth, and it's 24 female artists.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, from ages 20 to 70, I think, all dealing with the absurdities of being a woman in this age, really. It opens on the 29th and goes through to the 31st of May, and it's downstairs at the department store. Has anyone been there? Have you guys been there?
No.
Do you remember Morley's?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Brixton, Morley's. Yeah.
Not Morley College.
No,
Morley's
the chicken shop.
Yeah. The shopping centre that they used to have there, like opposite the station.
Right
behind there. So they've kept
I'm in Brixton, slightly foreign world to me.
is that not your ends now?
It's the other end of the other side of the river.
I do like Brixton, actually.
Yeah, no, I love it when I go down there.
Don't go in there too much.
No.
I do feel like, you know how we twin town with little villages in France and stuff like that. I feel like Ladbroke Grove and Brixton are twinned villages.
Well, twin through front lines.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Twin through front lines. And also when we were having our riots up here and our local black geezers were under a bit of pressure from the Teds and all the other lot, on the final night, all the boys came up from Brixton and they all
came over here,
mustered in the fortress, Toto Bags, 9 Blenheim Crescent, and when the attack came, up went the windows, out came the Molotovs. That story is told on Ruffler TV by me and Ray Jones. Anyway.
Well, I'm half Northern Irish, so a bit of Molotov is always a good thing. There's a time and a place for a Molotov cocktail.
What's your art in all this?
So my contribution is photography.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've got a few photographs in the exhibition, but it covers every kind of medium. So there's sculptures, there's mosaics, there's poetry, I think, like literally every kind of everything. But yeah, mine is photography. I think it's going to be really good, actually. I'm really looking forward to it.
What are your pictures of?
Oh, you'll have to go down there to see, won't you?
Is there a particular theme with this exhibition, or is it more just of a collective of female artists bringing their work together and showcasing it?
Well, there was a theme, but it's quite loose. They didn't really give us a brief per se. They just said gritted teeth. So how you interpret that. Yeah, so my contribution kind of deals with the fact that it's easy to become a list of the things, especially as you get a bit older, it's easy to become a list of the things that's wrong with you, a list of the medication you have to take, a list of the waiting rooms you have to sit in, and the bureaucrats you have to argue with. But actually, separate and distinct from that, you're still this whole person who's, who raves and rants and,
Even if bits are falling off.
Even if bits are falling off.
Particularly when bits are falling off.
And it's a thing that I always come back to, joy as an act of revolution, My name is Amber Joy, so it's only righteous I be joyful.
Only right.
Yeah.
Only right.
So
briefly moving on to the show you do with ISIS.
Yes.
You and ISIS, I think you might have had the idea that there's too many blokes on Portobello Radio. So
yes, there are definitely too many blokes.
You started the show Wild Women on Wednesdays. What's the kind of underlying theme of that?
Do you know what? It's just us playing the tunes that we like and talking about things that interest us, and it could be literally anything. It could be really deep and serious to the most ridiculous, absurd thing. Last time we talked about the the merits of voting and whether it actually makes any bloody difference at all.
I mean, without a spoiler alert, which way did you come down in the end?
We didn't really. We just, you know, on the one hand, if it changed anything, they wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I didn't vote in was it 2011 or 2010 elections? I can't remember the general election. And within, you know, a month later, all the Sure Start centres had started shutting down. So that,
and austerity was...
Right, so had I voted, maybe, you know, who knows? So there's arguments for and against.
I mean, New York look like they're doing all right with their new mayor. Like, he looks like he's changing things, putting money back into public funding, and they seem to be doing all right. But
well, yeah.
Time will tell, I suppose.
Well,
time will tell.
It. And also, you know, if people start being a bit too effective, I don't know, man, they might meet with an accident the way things are these days. But yeah, so, you know, we talked about that, and then we talked about what's your familiar? If you were a witch, what would the animal on your shoulder be? So it really ranges from the absolutely ridiculous to the
important
crucial.
Things like what's the spirit animal?
To the how do we make it through the day, right? So yeah. So
Brilliant.
that's us. Yeah, tune in, Wild Women.
Tune in. It's on Sunday at midday. You can find the other previous 8 episodes on Mixcloud/Portobello Radio. Thank you, Amber, so much. When are you coming back to this show?
Oh, well, when you invite me.
Yeah. Actually, I'm away to Scotland at the end of the month, so we'd love you to come and...
Do you need someone to be peers while you're away?
Yeah.
Go on, then, I'll be peers.
Hey.
Nice one, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
One, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up, cause you know we're about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too loped out niggas, so we're crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me dig on a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man, and at the same time burning her man. Now you know I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm offended. Yeah. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick, you know and I know I flow some old funky shit. To add to my collection, this selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this. And who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill to the next episode. On that ass, what a halified gangster lean. Getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens. It's the capital S-O-S, I'm fresh and double O-P, D-O-double-G-Y-D-O-double-G, you see. Showing much flex when it's time to wreck a mic. Pimping hoes and clocking a grip like my name was Dolomite. Yeah, and it don't quit. I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit.
Yeah.
So Dre,
what up, dog?
Gotta give them what they want.
What's that, G?
We gotta break them off something.
Hell yeah.
And it's gotta be bumpin'. City of Compton.
It's where it take takes place, so when that show attention. Mobbing like a motherfucker, but I ain't lynching. Dropping the funky shit that's making the sucker niggas mumble. When I'm on the mic, it's like a cookie, they all crumble. Try to get close, and your ass will get smacked. My motherfucking homie, Doggy Dog, has got my back. Never let me slip, cause if I slip, then I'm slipping. But if I got my Nina, then you know I'm straight tripping. And I'ma continue to put the rap down, put the Mac down. And if your bitches talk shit, I have to put the smack down. Yeah, and you don't stop. I told you I'm just like a clock when I tick and I talk. But I'm never off, always on till the break of dawn. See you when PTO in the city they call Long Beach. Putting the shit together like my nigga DOC. No one can do it better like this, that, and this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this. Then who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill to the next episode.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, if that isn't the sound of summer, I don't know what is. Summer, kind of a little bit there. We've got a blue sky outside. It's sunny in the studio. And we've got old friends. Deo, welcome, Deo.
Hello.
And Delbert.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry,
that
was
beautiful.
my croaky voice.
Deep voice. Guys, you've got a project on the go. You better tell us about it.
Yeah, we're back with another round of Bowen treatments. I know some people that have followed us know what Bowen treatments are, and those that have no idea what Bowen treatments are.
Yeah, you better just tell us, just to remind us all.
Yes, I will, because I mean, the best thing would be for anyone listening to just come and get a treatment, and then I don't need to describe it. But anyway, let me explain what's going on. So, thegrovethinktank.com. So, the Grove Think Tank, you can find our information on there. We offer Bowen treatments to anyone in the local vicinity in North Kensington, but we've also received funding to roll out, let's say, the Grenfell pilot scheme. I believe that was funds from the Legacy of the Curve, and there's a kind of whole thing that's been going on with local people trying to move those funds into something useful.
Yeah, I mean, that
you know more than I do.
It's quite confusing, and we've had people on talking about it, and I still don't really understand what scoop is. But
right, so neither do I. But all I know is that Gold Command decided that was the 500 metres, and that was nothing to do with anyone else, right?
Yeah.
So we've got funding to deliver free Bowen treatments, which I would say, if anyone listening is within the 500 metres, they know that they can receive this service. If they've read their newsletter from RBKC, which most people probably won't have, it's on there. If you go to our website, you can check in with what it is. You can have a look on the website, you can go and see a video, and basically what I would say is, if anyone is suffering from pain, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, having serious chronic pain, I don't know, anything that this vessel generally comes with, especially when you've got trauma, or you've had accidents, or you've got bad health, or Bowen is without prejudice, and my little blurb is that it works on animals, and animals don't do placebo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? I didn't know
It's
that.
totally right. Well, animals don't do placebo, or it works on animals.
I didn't know animals didn't do placebo, but I haven't thought about it before.
Think about it for 1 minute. If you've got a cat or a dog or a chicken, do you think they're getting their head messed up with lots of concepts or confusions or beliefs?
My cat is.
Your cat is. Does your cat identify as a chicken?
And my chickens definitely do. Yeah, I used to have chickens and a cat at one point.
Right, well, you know.
The chickens ate the gone. Delbert, tell us about Bowen, because you're the expert.
Australian technique, it's easier to describe what it's not than what it is. It is definitely not a massage. It is not osteopathy, chiropractic, sacrocranial therapy, or any of these. It's not shiatsu. But I guess the closest you can describe it is to a mix between osteopathy and cranial sacral therapy.
Does it hurt?
It does not hurt. It's extremely gentle. You can keep your clothes on, which is actually a plus for both us.
Saves time as well.
Exactly. I was just about to say it saves time, saves embarrassment, and it's It's very, very, very delicate, and it's very, very, very effective. But the only way to find out is to come and try.
So how do we do that? I mean, that's a big question now, isn't it?
So just to add to what Delbert says, I mean, anyone that is going to be giving their loved ones a caress.
No.
Talk on top. Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
What I would say is anyone that's wondering how hard or how light or what it is literally the people that you love, and you give them a gentle touch, or you know, if you've got a kid and they've harmed themselves, that's the level of pressure. There is absolutely no pressure. So it's really difficult to create pain when you've got a very, very light touch. People don't understand how it can do such wonders because it's so gentle. So what you can do is you could go onto the website, and that would be a really good thing to do, is to look at us on the website and get the information. But otherwise, we are at Bay 20 in a walk-in. You maybe have to wait for 15 minutes sometimes, but from 12:30 until 2 p.m. at Bay 20 upstairs, anyone locally can walk in on a Monday.
Mondays.
That's a Monday. On a Tuesday, which is only for people living within the 500 metres around the tower, we are at Bay 20 again from 5 till 7 p.m.
So I could come to that one.
You could, definitely, and your wife,
You
and
couldn't,
cats and
Greg.
dogs.
Yeah.
We
My
could
children, my
also,
lodgers.
please put this date down. We are doing an Eventbrite, you know, it's on Eventbrite, basically. We're doing a presentation for 2 hours on Sunday, the 24th, between 12 and 2 p.m. And that all of that's on the website. Anyone
that's
that
at
wants
Bay 20 as
that is
well?
at Bay 20, and that's a presentation. That's for all these people that go, what's Bowen? So I'm going to say, come and see what Bowen is, have a try, meet us, but, you know, just look on the website. Please, come and get your treatments.
And remind us what the website is.
It's The Grove, as in Labrador Grove, The Grove Think Tank at gmail.com. No, that's our website. That's not our website. That's our email.
Just
Sorry, .com.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Delbert.
Bye,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you guys for coming.
Try the Bowen. You'll get a brand new feeling. Yeah, that is Roy Ayers, and if Roy Ayers isn't the sound of summer, I don't know what is.
Well, you got me there. It's a
Brand
good
new
one. It's a good one.
feeling, and if you Teo and Delbert are to be believed, Bowen Technique will bring you a brand new feeling.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
that's it on the guests. We're left on our own.
We are
for a
just the
few-
last bit. I
minutes.
had a Bowen session I did with
Yeah, how was
Wonderful
it?
Delbert. It was really cool. What the guys are reluctant, or not necessarily reluctant, but are shy to say, is how the actual technique works. And
I thought that actually.
Yeah, it sort of works, I suppose, the same as acupuncture, the same as everything else. You work with the practitioner works with meridians and discovers through your vibration whereabouts the blockages are. Let's call them blockages. And then simply all the physician does is touches you very, very lightly on a particular pressure point. So in my instance, we had one in the middle of the back, just halfway down the spine, and it was just a really gentle touch with a single finger on the back, and then he leaves that hanging there for a little bit. And then my second point, and this is all we had throughout the whole session, second point was underneath the right armpit, and he just popped his finger in my armpit just for a second, all fully clothed.
Brave man.
No, he just, you know what, it was just a really quick one, but there's a point just to the edge of the armpit. It wasn't inside.
Are
it was
they
just
the
to
lymph
edge.
nodes?
Yeah, it's around the lymph. You're right. You're absolutely
How
right.
many? You say you've only had one session.
I've
You
only
did-
had
you
one
did-
session,
did
and
you
there was
feel
2
like-
points that he played
Okay.
with, and those were the two. And he did. It was literally 2 minutes between each point.
I was going to say, do you feel like you have to go back for another session?
No,
Or you felt
no,
like
not
the
at all.
one...
Again, like a lot of these practices, it takes a long time to settle in, and then it takes a long time to react, if that makes sense. So, after you've had the treatment, you feel no different. No, most of the time, some people are different, but most of the time you feel no different at all for the next few hours. And then it creeps in. It creeps in, a nice light feeling. Suddenly maybe a pain or a discomfort in a shoulder starts to ebb off, and it continues ebbing off over the next 2 or 3 days. Just those 2 or 3 touches that he gives you then resonates throughout your whole body. And sorts out those little tiny issues that you might have. So it's really delicate. It's barely touchable. It's almost like, what's that thing? Reiki.
I was going to ask. It sounds a bit like Reiki, where they kind of, you lie down and they have their hands hovering over your body.
They don't
in
actually
certain
touch you.
areas,
And
it
that's
kind
what it's
of-
about.
It's like an energy kind of
Exactly that.
thing.
Exactly that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, transfer. I said thing transfer sounds better.
Wow, those clever First Nation Australians. How amazing are those guys, man?
No, I mean, there's no doubt, we do have little circuits within our body, and sometimes Western medicine is not totally on top of understanding the way, the interconnection of. It's amazing the way, I mean, the NHS, obviously, all of us probably have had great interventions by the NHS where they've really saved our lives, in my case, or done other stuff, improved your life. They are siloed, so the people who do the brain stuff don't talk to the people who do the
heart stuff.
Yeah,
They disconnect it, where it's actually all interconnected.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and the more you understand how things
your
are.
thigh bone connects to
Isn't
knee
it like there's a
bone.
pressure point on your foot that you can press to help relieve pain somewhere else, and
your kidneys. or
it's about
whatever.
understanding the nervous system, the body, like you said, pressure points, and then actually understanding that they all have a connection to a different part of the body.
Yeah.
And once you kind of figure that out, you kind of understand how to regulate your body and to do things positively.
To
so that
self-heal, all those other
it's
things.
so interesting that they don't teach us these things,
Ah.
but they want to.
Ah.
I mean, don't get twisted. Algebra is important, but it's also, unless you're doing certain roles or jobs, you don't really use that in your day-to-day kind of thing. But
Of course.
I use my body in the day-to-day, so I should learn how
it's
operates.
connected, how it operates, and how you can go about curing yourself from various discomforts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Discomfort.
No, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We have an art bus coming up. Myself and Piers aren't involved, but we do have an art bus coming
there's
up.
we've got an event, we don't. The Muse, in fact, XYZ. I keep saying XYZ, but Damien has chastised me. It's XYZ. XYZ is the Muse's kind of offshoot. It had that big place in Holborn for a while. It's got this amazing studios in Brentford. There's now a new place in Kensal Road. There is a bus from Notting Hill to Brentford. You'll be back in London. So I know Brentford's technically in London. You'll be back in the neighbourhood by 5 p.m. It's going to the Open Studios at XYZ Brentford, which It's a miraculous place.
Yeah, it is a superb space. It's the old Max Factor building.
Yeah,
in
next to
Brentford.
the old Watermans, if you remember that.
Next to the Watermans and right in front of the 8, the little island that sits in the Thames. So it's so pretty and lovely. It's great. It's a fantastic venue. The artists and the people who actually occupy the building are spectacular.
All sorts
really
of
interesting.
multimedia. I mean, Michael Speechley, old friend of ours, this show, Portobello Radio, everyone.
Yeah, man.
He has built this extraordinary AV lab down
Wicked.
there.
Yeah, man.
I think we may have contributed some black curtains at one point to the
some
art lab.
calico sheets.
But
or
you know,
whatever.
there's green screens. They have mad
Yeah.
kind of video artist offs.
Yeah.
It's they have painters, they have sculptors, they have. I don't think they have any sound artists, but.
Well, Michael might be considered to be one of them. Who knows? So yeah. Oh no, his daughter not involved up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and does she not do audio? I can't remember.
I'm sure she does.
Yeah. Anyway, there's loads of different mixed medias going on in
So,
there, loads of artwork and.
Portobello
basically-
Radio will be involved, but not 100% sure how at the moment because there are complications. But it's leaving the Muse Gallery at midday.
Yeah, man.
Sunday, the 24th of May. It's taking
Yes.
you out to Brentford.
Yes.
Gorgeous views of the river.
Yeah.
And it'll be a lovely weekend as well. The weather's meant to be really
Yeah.
lovely.
We're kicking in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We're
Yeah.
kicking in some proper summer weather.
Summer
That's
vibes.
why we've been playing all these summer vibes
Yeah,
for
man.
you.
Yay! Talking about summer vibes, we've got a great lineup on Portobello Radio this weekend with Portobello Radio Saturday sessions repeated again on Sunday called Rewind Sunday or Sunday Rewind. We can never make up our mind which way that stuff goes round.
Well, I always put Sunday Rewind, but...
Yeah, no, because it's Saturday sessions. I get it. It's the days of the week first, followed by the thing afterwards. Anyway, whatever. We have a fantastic lineup, as always, with...
Not 100% confirmed, but...
No.
We got Michaela
Power. Yeah.
Michaela works with us and also Chelsea and Westminster.
Westminster Radio, which I've understood that the whole hospital radio thing has taken on a new venture whereby they share shows now between the different hospitals. So you might be in St Thomas's, or you might be at Charing Cross. You might be any other apart from Chelsea and Westminster and pick up Michaela Power.
Well, there you go. She is on it too. She plays kind of boogie, basically disco, like funk house, all that stuff that we love on Portobello Radio.
It's called The Goodies.
At 3, I think we're going to have Dave Hucker on.
Brilliant. I love it. Yeah,
Dave Hucker.
man.
4
Yeah.
is going to be a secret until Greg and I work out what it is.
Oh, yeah.
5 o'clock, Liam Tuke.
Yes,
6
mate.
o'clock, Miss Walcott. 7 o'clock.
Starts with the old once a month visit to Nice House on Portobello.
Yeah, Sam Rickson at 7. 8, PJ, you were around at PJ's. PJ was part of Sancho Panza.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah, man. And he does occasional sets for them nowadays, yeah, man. Whenever he can get a squeeze in, basically.
Yeah.
Whenever he can get a squeeze in.
And at 9 o'clock, Tal Cohen.
And at 9 o'clock, Tao Cohen, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Bless him. So yeah, no, a great lineup of fantastic house music all weekend long. In the evening, we might have a bit of reggae and that coming on after that. Not too sure at this stage of the game, but keep it locked. It's always fantastic. 24/7, portobelloradio.com, or shout at your device, whatever it is, your smart home device or whatever they
And
call
if I might just very quickly talk to Zakia here. Zakia, we went to City Hall as part of the Nottingdale
Tuesday.
Future Neighbourhoods thing. We are currently running the second season of Our Future Hood, which is our show that is based in the Nottingdale Future Neighbourhoods. You are the presenter of season 2.
Yes, I am. It's do you know what? It's been
Wow, this
actually
is
a
breaking
really
news, man.
lovely experience. I did the first walk, which was the community gardens, which we did like maybe 2 months ago, a month ago. The weather that day was actually really lovely, considering.
That's on Tuesday night.
Yeah, and
short version.
that was great. Got amazing feedback from the participants on the walk. I learned a lot as a host. I didn't realise how many community gardens and spaces that were reclaimed from members of North Kent. So I'm really proud of them, and they're keeping those spaces alive.
Good.
And then the second session I did was with the youth RBKC Youth Council.
All right.
And so I've always known they've existed, and I've met people that had been part of it in the past, but not anyone that was actively that age to be part of it. So it was really great to meet this new age of young people who were really engaging with local politics and trying to put their voices at the forefront and being heard. And so I think, being able to support them on that journey was really great.
Yeah.
Obviously they're young people and they didn't know me in the beginning, so it's understandable. They get they're a bit shy, and you kind of got to bring it out of them. And by the end, it was great. They were coming up with all these amazing ideas. They've been inspired by the gardens and the people we'd engaged with. And it's been a real wholesome, green kind of springtime, and I've really enjoyed doing it.
Wow, fantastic! You're so wholesome that your farts smell lovely. Or
I don't know about that.
Yeah, mate.
I asked my mum; she might disagree.
Yeah, and literally, if you want to write and complain about Greg, feel free, because we'd probably all be with you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming on and hosting that season.
No, thank you for thinking about me.
Portobello Radio is all about trying to bring on the next gen. We've had Hannah here, our newest recruit.
Yeah, man.
She's still trying to find a role. We've had Iona on the desk.
Yeah, and she's been absolutely spectacular. Had to shoot off to get on with
especially because
studies.
she's got her exams going on. The fact that she still finds time to make time for us is amazing, and I know that she's gonna go far. And I know GCSEs are stressful, but that's usually, I feel like teachers put a lot of that stress on you.
You've been there.
Pass or fail, whatever happens, there's still a future for you. But just do your best, and that's all you can really do in these things.
Isn't it? There you go. Wise words. Wise words. Love it. Thank you, guys and girls, for being with us all weekend long. Thank you for joining us on portobelloradio.com. Catch up with you guys next week.
Yes.
Thank you for being with us.
Radio. Portobello Radio.